Greetings from Poppa's Cottage. It's kind of a snowy day here in Colorado, so it's got me reminiscing about a trip I took with my family to Maui, Hawaii last spring. Maui's a beautiful island. This is a great book, by the way. We ended up choosing a little place on the northwest corner called Kapalua. Where are we going?
Hawaii.
We were there for about 18 days. We did it fairly inexpensively, at least by Hawaii standards. What we're going to do with this little video is show you some of the things we did while we were there in Hawaii. And obviously it's not a comprehensive guide, but hopefully it will give you some ideas of fairly inexpensive things to do for your trip to Maui. We landed in Kahului, rented our car, made a stop at the Costco to stock up on groceries. Kapalua is an old pineapple plantation that's been converted into a golf course resort area. It's a little more laid back than the areas to the south like Lahaina. We got a great deal on a condo here along the 9th Fairway at the Ridge Villas for less than $200 a night. It was a great place with 2 stories, the master suite on the 2nd floor, a pull-out bed for the kids on the main floor, and a full kitchen. So we made a lot of our own meals here. Right across the street is the pool, and of course the kids wanted to go here a lot. The pool also had a couple grills there, and it's got a little herb garden as well. The best parts about staying where we did on the 9th Fairway was we got to walk out on the fairway at night and watch the beautiful sunsets. We kept the rental car for a day and used it to drive down to Baby Beach on our first full day. We parked right by the Buddhist mission, and if you're lucky you might get to see some monks chilling on the beach. Nothing spectacular, but it does have these kind of stromatolite looking features in the water. Very shallow snorkeling, so that's a lot of fun for the kids. After we dropped the car off, we spent the next 10 days or so without a car. Kapalua, though, is just a great walking town. We could walk to all these beaches, short walks, and when we needed to stock up on more food supplies, the Honolulu General Store is right here. There's Napili Bay Beach. Just north of Napili Bay Beach is Kapalua Bay Beach. right down from our villa. This is D.T. Fleming Park, just below the Ritz-Carlton. Slaughterhouse Beach is a nice secluded beach. Just past Slaughterhouse Beach is Honolua Bay, a protected area with great snorkeling. And the walk-in is really neat too, through this jungle with chickens and roosters walking around, vines you can swing on, lots to explore. I wish we had spent more time in this area and more time snorkeling in Honolua Bay.
It's all liquidy. See?
Aside from the fun on the beaches, we also enjoyed exploring some of these points, the rocky points, where you could find the dragon teeth, the labyrinth. And some neat tide pools in here and over on this point as well. After a little bit of cajoling, we were able to convince the kids to go on these walking trails. And what we realized partway through is that this was an old golf course. Apparently, it's only gone wild here in the last decade or so. Just south of the general store, there's a golf practice area with a range and 3 practice holes, as well as a free 18-hole real grass putting course. We also got to get some real golfing in at the Kapalua Bay golf course, and it was a great setup. They had decent pricing for the twilight tee times, and I was able to get 18 holes in every time I played the twilight times. And what was great is they have free golf and free club rentals for the kids, at least during twilight times. So I took my son out, and that was a lot of fun. If you need an adventurous break from the family, you could do what I did. I called it the Uber snorkel. I started in Napili Bay, swam across Kapalua Bay, and then swam all the way out to Hawaii Point. It's a little bit sketchy, so you may want to have some sort of flotation device. After a week or so in Kapalua, we did start to get a little cabin fever. So we set up a little trip to go watch whales outside of Lahaina, and we took a city bus down there, and we used the Pacific Whale Foundation because it's a non-profit.
They're amazing. So majestic.
With a few days left in the trip, we rented a car so we could go to some other parts of the island. The first thing we went to was the Maui Ocean Center.
Beside you. Look at his weird nose.
This guy?
Yeah.
I don't know. Oh, he's going in. I bet you he's gonna. There's our guy. See, that's from Finding Nemo.
We were too lazy to get up at the crack of dawn to try to catch the sunrise at Haleakala, but we did get up there eventually, and it was well worth it. We got to see down into the crater. There was some nice fog blowing in. The road to Haleakala is pretty windy, so you could get sick like my son did. We came up with a new name for the mountain. We decided that the new name for this is called Haleakala.
Hey, it's dripping on his leg.
On our last night, we enjoyed drinks and appetizers on the patio at Merriman's while listening to a little music. It's a great way to cap things off. On our final day, we decided to go around the east side of this island, even though the roads becomes a one-lane road in many spots and it's quite windy. But there were a lot of fun things to see along the way, like the blowhole, the olivine pools. Actually, I wish we had had more time to explore this side. We had just a little bit of time right before heading to the airport to sneak over to the Iao Valley State Park, and there's some beautiful structures there. It's almost like a botanic garden. Definitely worth checking out if you have an hour or two. I hope that gives you some good ideas for planning a trip to Maui. Obviously there's a lot of things we didn't cover, so if you have some good suggestions, just go ahead and put them in the comments below.